It's been a hard and strenuous journey, but at last we've hit level 40. This is where one of the new uncaps for the dolls finally opens up, even though when it comes to content, the next big steps are at 43. Well, 42 and 43. 42 for in-depth search, which not only opens Deep Search 1, it opens all of them, down to Hinterland Search 2. We could potentially try and clear level 55 enemies with level 42 dolls, but we're going to have to wait and see how hard these guys are going to hit. Same goes for equipment analysis, and cognitive configuration finally gave us the materials that we need for the latest uncaps. Then of course we have targeted study. This I'm really looking forward to. The new target, stage 5, opens at 43, and just like the others, from 43 to 58, it all opens in one fell swoop. When it comes to weapon mods, I still think that trying to farm them right now is a little bit of a waste of materials. I think I would rather want to wait for the target 6 or target 7. Until then, we have plenty of level up, weapon experience and uncapped materials still to farm. Not only that, but the neural helix mats actually hurt a bit. You can only get 5 of these per 20 energy, and it's 80 for this node, and then it starts requiring 120. This is absolute murder on our energy, and I'm pretty sure even the little event that they just released, this intelligence supply event here, it's going to help a little bit, but at the same time, this is only 15 mats in total. Leveling up those neural helixes is going to take a lot. So I think that is where most of my resources are going to go for the time being. And since energy is a little bit of a scarce resource, I think I want to start cutting down on the dolls that I want to bring around. I've been really enjoying trying out as many as I can, but I don't think I can keep on leveling up 12 dolls at the same time. The main team is just going to be Ulrid, Tololo, Suomi and Groza. That is until January, because that is when the boss shop resets. Farming tickets shouldn't be that big an issue. I should be able to get Sabrina's Neural Archive next week, and I should be able to reach 30 by the time January comes around. This is going to be my main priority. Again, she's the character I picked the game up for, and not having her kind of hurts. As for the others, I'm going to have to wait and see. Lotta has been a lot of fun. I can't believe that they just give you a full C6 character that also comes with a maxed out weapon. And she's been really nice, especially in conjunction with Suomi and Peritia. Maybe I might level them up for the Horde mode. For now, let's see how much it's going to cost to uncap them to 40 plus. Fire Lightning. This is going to be Mosin's domain. Okay, so I guess we're going with Sharky as well. Oh god. And there we go, challenge complete. And that's like 40 points of attack right there, basically 10% more stats. She was at 5.4 if I remember correctly. Yeah, they were pretty close, 5.5. She shot up to 5.8. Weapon follows suit. I decided to go for this one because 25% crit rate, 25% crit damage, absolute insane stats. And Ulrich herself, she doesn't really have that great weapon mods, but she can still sit on 80% crit rate, 140 crit damage. 140 that goes to 160 with the weapon buff, so very nice, very balanced. When it comes to the attachments, I've just been using whatever I was able to get my hands on. I'm not really farming the attachment stage because at low level it's not really worth it. These things don't even have crit, and 6% attack boost is actually lower compared to a flat attack value, which is a little bit curious, but I'm sure things are going to change in the endgame, where a percentage value is going to trump the flat ones. Second, Tololo. I knew this was going to be expensive. I was not expecting it to be this expensive. Planeta, again, I was planning to buy this one from the weapon shop. I managed right in time, another 25% crit damage. But for the attachments, I want as much crit rate as possible from here. So this is the stat that I tried getting the most. Looks like she's fully built, even though she could use a little bit more crit damage or rerolls on crit rate. But calibration costs 20,000 gold, on top of all of the materials that you have to burn for it. Before I start caring about min-maxing these values, I think I want to have at least 2 full teams fully leveled up and fully geared up. Sadly, Suomi didn't get her weapon. Her shield looks fine. I don't think I need to go roll for her weapon in order to boost that shield value. This one, for a little bit of damage, doesn't really hurt, but I would like to get something better for her. When it comes to Groza, I absolutely love the counterattacks, and I think if I ever replace her, it's going to be for Sabrina. But again, Sabrina is coming out next year. When it comes to content, could potentially run this for some extra collapse pieces. This is something that I absolutely have to run every single day, because money kind of hard to come by. And when you take into account that calibrating a single piece of gear still costs 20k gold, this becomes something that we really need to work towards managing properly. Next up, we got Neural Survey, which has a second window down here, with stage 6 opening at level 40 and dropping level 6 conductors. Honestly though, kind of wish they would still give some of the lower level ones. If you need to bring up a doll, it feels a little bit weird having to spend your resources to farm low level mats. Boss fight, 2 more days, but the next one is level 40, we should be fine like this. Combat exercises, just a source of crystals at this point. Defense doesn't really matter all that much, so a lot of people just have one low level doll in defense. But we need to hit Adept 5 before the actual PvP opens. Peak value assessment, this is the Horde mode. Next stage is level 40. These tend to be a little bit crowded. This is where I usually want to bring some AoE units. Alright, expansion drills, this is basically Abyss, it resets in 4 days. Next level is at 45, I think I might want to try this one too. When it comes to the event, I was very surprised to see how big this shop is, how much stuff there is in there, both in part 1, and the fact that part 2 actually kept up, and I still have to finish buying all of this stuff in here. Apparently a friend of mine didn't know you need to spend alt-in vouchers on the hard modes in order to keep farming for tokens. Just in case you didn't know either, there it is. Make sure you spend these, because if you don't, you won't be able to empty the entire shop. So what happens going forward? Because campaign-wise, we only have some hard mode stages, which open at level 45. Of course, there's still going to be all the grinding side to go through, as well as the usual hunt for better substats on your gear. On top of this, of course, we're going to be waiting for the events. This one lasts until Christmas. Hopefully from the 26th, we're going to see something else nice. That is also when the gacha is finally going to end, at least for these 2 units. We got 90 pools saved up, and I'm really curious to see who else they're going to be releasing, because apparently we are not going to be following the Chinese release schedule. Fingers crossed it's going to be someone cute. because I've seen that we have other dolls available in the trial section, but these are not available in the game just yet. Maybe they're going to be the first ones being released, but if that's the case, more than Diane, ever since trying her out in the tutorials, Lena is the one unit I've really been looking forward to. She's pretty funny in the story as well, but in here she has a nice AoE that inflicts stability down and gives her an extra action. And on top of this, a massive ground targeted AoE. Really looking forward to playing around with this one. Now, another thing I need to look into is how many resources we're going to get kind of every month from here going forward. There's all of this stuff from the campaign, the leftover missions, the hard modes, as well as the higher level missions in here. This is all going to run out. And once this finally does, all we're going to be left with are going to be the recurring resources that we can get in here. Some from the standard bosses, some from the combat exercises, the rest from the reset of big value assessment, as well as the expansion drills. The one I cannot check is the military simulation, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be extra in there. To sum it all up, we have our daily commissions for 60 collapse pieces each. These are followed by the daily combat exercises for yet another 30 collapse pieces each. The monthly card is paid, brings 80, but I don't really want to count this one for the free-to-play stuff. Then we have our logins with 30 collapse pieces plus 1 standard ticket every single week. Weekly is going to be followed by the boss fights. These are currently one-time rewards, but I'm pretty sure once we get to the crossroad challenge, to the high-level stages, there's going to be something weekly in here. If not for the crystals themselves, it's going to come down to the shop, because we have Sabrina's Neural Archive in here, as well as 5 standard tickets that we can buy every single month, on top of the honestly much more important basic info cores, as well as the memory sticks. These are affinity gifts, and increasing the affinity of your dolls is extremely important, as not only the affinity gives some extra stats, but you get 1 standard ticket at level 3, 2 standard tickets at level 5, and another 300 collapse pieces at level 8. That's cool, they have specialized skins too, I didn't see these. Moving on, we have the peak value assessment. This resets every week and gives you weekly rewards based on the level that you've been able to clear. Moving on a further tier, we have the expansion drills. Again, it depends on the stage that you can clear, which is why when counting how many rewards we can get from here, I'm cutting this thing a little bit short. I can maybe get up to 24 stars, I'm not sure if I can get up to 28, but eventually this is also going to be expanded to the entire list. Next we have the 30 days one with the events. The event alone came by with like 20 pools plus 6 standard tickets plus 6 premium tickets. Honestly, really insane. And fingers crossed, we're going to see one event being released every single month. And then we have the Voyage, the Battle Pass. This one comes with plenty of rewards, few tickets, mostly level up materials, and surprisingly a level 30 standard weapon box. This one was really nice, because I've been struggling getting some weapons for my units, and I'm glad to see that this is a thing. Hopefully they're also going to add Suomi's SMG in the next one, because I would definitely want to pick that one too. So free Battle Pass brings 5 standard tickets, paid Battle Pass brings 680 CP, plus 4 premium tickets, and this brings the grand total monthly income to 8,400 CP per month, plus 15 standard tickets, plus 6 premium tickets for free-to-play players, going up to 11.5k for monthly card plus battle pass, as well as 15 standard tickets and 10 premium ones. Now, pools-wise, per month, that sums up to 61 for free-to-play players and 87 for pay-in ones. Now, these numbers might seem a little bit low when comparing this game to other games with a similar gacha system like the Hoyoverse ones, but at the same time, the PT here is a little bit lower, and I'm sure I'm also missing a lot more rewards, because event, we've only seen one. We haven't seen if they do multiple events stacked on top of each other, and this is also for the early game, early to maybe mid-game, because again, peak value assessment, we should be able to clear it completely eventually. Expansion drill, we should be able to clear them completely eventually. So from 8k crystals per month, free-to-play players should be able to go up to 9.2. And I think that's about everything. Oh, right, one thing I completely forgot. On the monthly, 5 and 5 from the growth stack, which brings the total sum to 67 premium pools per month for free-to-play players and 92 premium pools per month for paying players, while the standard ones remain 20. Again, there's going to be more stuff to add on top of those, especially the friendship points, so we're likely going to get a little bit more, but here 190 out of 260, I am 70 pools away. This means it's going to take me about 3 months of waiting until I can finally pick my extra unit here. Not many choices. If I don't get Jeonju, this one is likely going to Jeonju, unless I want maybe a Todolo Constellation, because the first one doesn't feel that impactful, ignores 50% of the cover damage reduction, but the second one turns her second skill into hydro damage. Not gonna lie, kind of hoping I might lose a 50-50 to another copy of Todolo, because if I can get this one, I'm going to be one hell of a happy camper. Still, that moment is a few months away from now. The game has been solid enough that it's making me want to stick around for that long. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Until then, as always, thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully this was informational enough, and see you guys around soon. Ciao!